What's up, gang? How you guys doing? This is Lieutenant Sound Blue, 28-year law enforcement veteran and the author of the top 25 mistakes en route to the good life, coming at you today on my daily podcast. Now, for all of you guys who already know this, who have checked out my podcast yesterday and the day before, yesterday started my first day of sobriety, so I guess today is my second day, and so I'm doing a 90-day sobriety challenge. So come New Year's Eve, I'll be done, obviously, with my challenge, but we'll see how far it goes. Now, why am I doing this other than the fact that I went out of my way emotionally to react to something, because that's how I am. I'm an emotional creature. To make this decision, I did it. But I think that most of us react and start to move in the direction that we need to move in because of our emotions. So when we are doing this, when we are moving in a direction based on our emotions, a lot of times, man, we get thrown off and end up going in the wrong direction. You know, every now and then we may hit a right piece of information and go in the right direction, but a lot of times when people react off of emotions, you make hasty decisions, and I don't want you guys to do that. I want you guys to have the best life possible. So one of the things that I was checking out was the fact that in my own life, right, when I am upset, when I'm hurt, when I am not where I want to be, I do make some hasty decisions, and a lot of times I do make the wrong decisions. But one thing that I learned over my course of my 28-year career in law enforcement and in life is I never stop making decisions. So that's important, guys. It is important to never stop making decisions. It is important to not be frozen in your feelings and your emotions. So how do we do that? You know, so I'll give you guys a brief breakdown of what I'm talking about and how I get that done. Because when it comes to creating the life that you want, it's not going to be where you're at right now, okay? Because a lot of us, even though we may have it okay, like me, for an example, I have it okay. My bills are getting paid, right? My family is okay. Everybody's eating. We have food on the table. We have clothes on our backs, right? And the roof over our head. But because I've set such a high bar of expectation for myself, I tend to get really, really disappointed in the rate at which I achieve my goals, the rate at which I improve my business, the rate in which I improve myself, my life, my relationships. I really have a high standard. And it is nothing wrong with having a high standard. If you guys have a high standard, then you have a high standard. But one of the things I noticed about my standard is, right, I am fighting daily, constantly, to pull myself out of my circle of influence who thinks that my standard of living is good and I should be happy where I'm at. And I don't think that I can impact people enough where I'm at, what I'm doing. So I tend to get really down on myself. I tend to get really upset about myself. And sometimes I tend to make some drastic decisions, right? So right now, on top of my sobriety, I'm on a 3-day fast, so I haven't had any food to eat. I'm just doing a liquid fast, so I'm drinking teas and broths, stuff like that, guys. Black coffee. And so when I'm doing something like that, I am trying to force myself to ascend to a higher level of consciousness. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to get around a different group of people. I'm going to have to literally find a group of people who I can get around in order to create the life that I want through osmosis, through just being around them, through picking up the subtle nuances of what people who are moving at a higher level are doing. And I can't do that from where I'm at right now. I just can't do it. And so that is difficult for me, and I find that my mind goes crazy trying to figure out what can I do next to, number one, help as many people as possible, but number two, okay, be enough value to enough people that I can change my current lifestyle to the lifestyle that I'm seeking. The lifestyle that I'm seeking for my family, right? I have my goals written down, and I have a plan that I need to execute each and every day in order to achieve that goal. And so in order to execute that plan, some of the things that I'm doing need to be eliminated. They need to be eliminated because they are in my way, they are distractions, and they slow me down mentally. And if you're slowed down mentally, guys, I'm going to tell you what, the older you get, the more difficult it is for them synapses to pop and for you to come up with great ideas, right? Or follow a great plan in order to create the life that you want, in order to improve your life in a dramatic fashion. I'm not talking about small, little improvements here or there. I'm talking increase your life in a dramatic fashion. Change your lifestyle. And in order to do that, guys, you're going to need some environmental exposure. Now, I had the opportunity to get that this weekend, but because I'm living with a scarcity mindset, I did not sign up for an event where I had to fly off to Florida, I believe, and join an event with a bunch of entrepreneurs that were living their life at a much higher level. And I did not do that, and it is because of my scarcity mindset that I didn't make that investment, right? I felt that maybe I couldn't afford it. I felt that maybe I couldn't do it. And so that in itself slows me down. And on top of that, once I made that decision not to do it, I found myself being upset with myself, right? Because I know I could have done it. And I can't get that moment back. Time is time, and time continuously moves forward. So I won't be able to get that moment back in order to have that environmental exposure, but I'll have to get my belief and my mindset right for the next time an event comes up that I need to take advantage of it, guys. So this is what you need to do. You need to constantly work on your belief, and you need to constantly be moving toward the goal that you're trying to achieve, and it needs to be crystal clear what you want. It needs to be crystal clear what you want, and you need to recite it each and every day. I would say 5-10 times a day, recite your goal of the things that you want to do and the things that you want to achieve. So I have gone back, I'm revamping and rewriting my goals, and I'm going through the rituals that I went in order to get to the level where I'm at right now. And I'm going to redo them and try to pick out the things that I was doing in order to create the current life that I have and the environment that I was creating for myself before I began to get comfortable and digress, right? And the reason why I say get comfortable and digress is because I didn't think I was there, but I started to think like, okay, I got this. I can coast a little bit and achieve this goal. And it doesn't happen that way, man. When you got the momentum going and you're pushing that boulder up the mountain, right? And you see the top, but then you say, oh, I'm good, I can just coast. The boulder's gonna roll you right over. It's gonna come back down upon you, and it's gonna crush you, guys. It's gonna crush your dreams. It's gonna crush your visions. It's gonna crush the things that you want to achieve in life. So